A top 25 flash in the early season as both of these programs try to make an early statement and build that resume. We've arrived along Orange Blossom Trail at Camping World Stadium here in beautiful Orlando, Florida, as we see the number 7 team in the country, the Clemson Tigers, taking on the 15th ranked team in the land, the Florida Gators. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. The Tigers have been waiting and waiting, and finally the moment is coming in the opening of the season. On the move from inside his 5. The coverage team maintains his discipline, not much doing on that return. Quarterback keeps it. Stopped in the backfield, and the defense comes out sending a message. A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. To the air, it's Lagway. Pressure coming. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Wants to adjust the pattern. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. And the deflection by the defense brings up 4th down. Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have a national stage, and they got a chance to prove just how good they are.
Oh, man, make that statement. Make that early statement. We always look at the end of the season, and what does the committee say? Oh, they beat top 25 so-and-so. Here's your chance to put that on your resume that'll pay off big time and late in the season.
Finds his man. It's Moore. Brought down at the 28. A chunk play. 15 yards on that one, and a 1st down. For a quarterback as highly touted as Cade Klubnik was, I think he would even tell you he started slowly, but man, the progression, the improvement has been exponential, Jesse.
It has, Reese, and he's played big in big games as of late. You think back to last year's ACC championship game, and then I would argue his game against Texas, even in the loss in the playoff, that might have been his best game of the season, making throw after throw. You can see why he was so highly recruited, and if he plays up to that standard week in, week out, Clemson's going to be really tough to beat.
And it's caught! Touchdown, Clemson! They're on the board first here in the season opener. Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And the PAT makes it 7-0.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game day.
Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time. Oh, he's got some space. The 40. Inside the 30. 10. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Gator. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
It's so nice to have a...
Oh, and the extra point is blocked. That one's going to get a little star marked beside it on the play sheet. One play, explosive, touchdown just like that. So they had the blocked extra point, had to settle for 6, and they hope the kickoff goes a little smoother. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. We got a tight one early, and they go back on the attack, holding a 7-6 lead. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34. Now, guys, when you're talking about Clemson, they start the season in the top 10. Ideal position to make a run. But what do they need to avoid?
Well, I think you avoid the talks about me and where we're at, because that doesn't matter. This team's got a lot to prove. It's a very talented team, but they got to start the season off fast. That first impression makes a big deal in all these voters, Jesse.
Yeah, I think a lot of these players are hungry to prove that top 10 ranking is legit. But talking to some of their guys too, David, they actually feel like they're not ranked high enough. They actually feel disrespected being where they are, which is pretty amazing considering this is already a really great jumping point. I can't wait to see how they play today.
Now they'll line it up from the 44 on 1st and 10. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction. Not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for loss.
Just a bit of a misfire there as they can't make the connection.
And on that incompletion, I think the quarterback was being just a bit too careful, trying to throw that ball too far outside, obviously aware that the defenders are coming from the inside. You don't want to put it behind the intended target and risk the pick 6, but he needs to be more accurate.
3rd and long from the 42. If they can get some of it, it might give them a chance to go for it on 4th down. Wants to throw. It's Klubnik. Here's the pressure. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33. Just a great job defensively, making him go through his progressions, and he really didn't have time to do it.
And that's exactly what you do in zone coverage. You drop in your spots, you read the quarterback's eyes, make sure you take away that quick stuff, and a great job rushing the passer and getting the sack.
The Gators sending the offense back to work. A quick strike touchdown up top the last time they had it, Jesse. They'd love to do it again.
No doubt. They've got so many playmakers on the perimeter, David. Just find a way to get these guys the ball in space.
And you already started, man. Making that big play, opening up this offense. This quarterback is feeling good about himself. I wouldn't be surprised if they give it right back to him.
It's early in the game, and as offenses try to get their rhythm, these easy completions are very important because that's what helps you get your feet underneath you as an offense and as a unit. And hopefully, as this game goes on, they'll be able to rev up and get more aggressive taking shots.
They've got a good chunk of ground to cover on 3rd and long from the 41. From the gun, wants to pass. Grab near the marker. It's Livingston. Nice job to pick up the 1st down, and they'll spot it at the 42.
And that's really got to make this offensive coordinator feel good. You get a completion on a big 3rd down early in the game, and that should give him a lot of confidence calling plays this game.
And the Gators come to the line with a new set of downs. Got it behind the line. It's Jackson. He goes out of bounds after picking up a few at the 35-yard line. Running backs just have to be a weapon in the passing game, even for little dump-offs and checkdowns.
Yeah, find your matchups. I mean, you think about running back versus a linebacker. We like that matchup in space, and so find ways to get the football to your running back in space where you can break tackles and make things happen because they're just so dynamic.
This guy's got a lot of tools in his toolbox toting the rock, man. He showed you right there. And when I think back to Florida running backs, Emmitt Smith, all-time great. But a guy I played with in Gainesville, Fred Taylor. He was so big, but so fast for a guy his size. He just caused so many problems for the defenses we faced. And I think in the SEC today, you have got to be able to run the football if you're going to win games. And this guy right here, he's going to give the Gators a chance.
And they'll get off one more play before the end of the quarter. Off play action. Under fire. Lets it fly. Finds a man on the right. They get him out of bounds, but a chunk play to wrap up the first quarter, and this offense will carry momentum into the second. Lots of time left and ready to go back at it here in the second quarter. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. Motion from the back. On the direct snap, it's Brown. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And the defense, man, playing aggressive, playing uphill, playing in the backfield. Nice job getting penetration, getting that pass before it really even gets started. Nowhere to go, nowhere to run. Nice job by the defense.
Wide receiver going in motion. Running back looking for the end zone to the left. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on third down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can win in contested situations here on third down.
Right through his hands. He had a touchdown and just didn't look the ball in. It'll be fourth down.
Well, I love the coverage on defense. In the red zone, everyone's got their eyes on the quarterback, and they're flying to the football, and you saw that there on the incompletion.
Here comes the field goal unit. From the left hash, this one shouldn't be too much trouble. It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. And guys, after the field goal, now they have the lead. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. Miami opened up a can, and how many times can you say you went into someone else's building and beat them by double digits? It's what happened today, and the rest of college football should take notice. All that speculation all week, and now we know. But something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. Gets it across the 30 to the 31, a pickup of 5.
And after a successful run like that on first down, if you're the offensive coordinator here, maybe you're thinking about being aggressive and potentially taking a shot, because even if it's incomplete now on second, you only have a short amount of yards to go here on third.
Snagged out of the air. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Well, he made the grab, but the doors closed quickly after that.
And I like this. I want to find my running back, but man, he's got to do a little more damage after the catch. I need a stiff arm. I need a spin move. I need something where he can make that.
And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
And the defense gets a huge play. I'll tell you, they've been wreaking havoc in this one so far. They've got so many athletes up front on this defensive line. It kind of reminds me about the defenses I used to go against in practice back in the late 90s. Guy
breaks into the open. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed. Clemson will send the punt team out. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. And generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
Looking downfield, it's Lagway. Fires to the big fella. That's the way to get it out of your own end. Takes it all the way up to the 25 before going out of bounds. Few teams improved over the second half of last season as much as Florida. And, Jesse, the biggest reason, the play of the young quarterback, DJ Lagway.
He was just unflappable a year ago, Reese, as a true freshman. We saw that on the field, but even in my time sitting down and meeting with him, he just has a poise and a demeanor and a confidence that you don't see very often in college. This is a different type of dude, and they're expecting him to take the next level, and with that, this program carrying it on their shoulders.
So now it's 2nd and long. Sends it back in motion. Just keeps slinging it. Got it in the middle. It's Sturdivant. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
All right, defense. It ain't working, right? They're stringing together several first downs here. We're going to need to change this up, find something we can disrupt the quarterback and mess up this offense a little bit.
On the run, it's Ball. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
The Gators can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Traffic, it's picked off.
Well, the defense came into this one knowing they needed to create takeaways to try to gain as much momentum as they could. Really nice interception on that play. Great job with the eyes by the defender there picking that up.
Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Turns it loose. He's got it inside the 15. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it first and goal. Guys, how much better does it feel if you go to that locker room with a lead? They have a chance to do it here. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go.
Offense will take that. 3-5 yards every time. Bad discipline by the defense.
I guess the good news on that penalty is at least the defense didn't have to back up that far. It's still first and goal. Trying to pound it in. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Can't hang on in the end zone, and that one is going to drive him crazy when he watches it. It'll be 3rd down.
I love the quick decision the QB made there on that RPO, knowing he wanted to get it out of his hands fast. He just needs to make a more accurate throw moving forward.
This defense was put in a difficult spot, but they've made it tough, and now the offense faces 3rd and goal. Looking to pass. It's Klubnik. Fires into the end zone. Oh, he makes the play. It's intercepted. Past the 50. At the 30. He's at the 20. And with the interception, he'll take it all the way back. Touchdown, Florida.
Dude, you're just thinking hold him to 3, make him kick a field goal, don't let him score points. Heck no, you turn it into offense. What a play. Catches the ball in the end zone. Take a knee. Take a knee. No, sir. I'm taking this thing all the way back 100 yards to the house. What a play.
No chance for a return as that ball flies out of the back of the end zone. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. They'll run it from the gun. Turning it on. Oh, it's a fumble. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover.
As a defender, you dream about those big hits. You work hard on it in practice, closing space, getting close, and just sticking that guy and causing the fumble.
And as the first half draws near to a close, here comes the field goal unit. And it's good from 58 yards out. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Gators will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. Trailing by a couple of scores, they'd like to generate some confidence here early in the third quarter.
Down 2 possessions, the coaching staff met in at halftime, and they've probably scripted this opening drive, just like they do at the start of the game. They've now got an idea of what plays they feel most confident in, what plays their quarterback is seeing the best to go out here and execute a scoring drive.
Well, and it's nice to get the ball first. Like, I got the first opportunity to close the gap a little bit, apply some great game pressure to these guys. So I think getting the ball first, driving down, scoring right here would be huge.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's thrown to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
They're dealing with a second and long. Looking to throw, it's Klubnik. Finds his target down the middle. And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line. The Tigers have it with a 1st and 10. Wants to throw on 1st down. Throws for the tight end. Got his man downfield. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18. Clemson trying to put its paws on a productive red zone trip. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Quick completion on the out. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line.
Yeah, and he runs a quick out route, and this is a timing route. Quarterback has to trust him, throw him the football. You can tell they've thrown this a time or 2. Nice job, nice success.
Wants to keep it in the air. Under fire. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Clemson. That's the kind of skill that makes guys stars. The improvisational skills, the blinding speed, the ability to make the big play and make defenses look silly.
Just straight silly. I mean, what do you want me to do? You put a guy that's that athletic, that fast at the quarterback spot, and now you're telling me to defend the run, defend the pass, defend the scrambles. I mean, goodness gracious. I don't know what you want a defense to do. There's no stopping that.
He just about popped that one for a long one, but as it is, he gives his team a lot of momentum with a solid return. The Gators sending the offense back to work. They're still holding the lead, but hoping to flex a little muscle on this drive. The sure hands, it's Sturdivant. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
Well, this guy's not easy to bring down. They just throw him a simple hitch pass, but he's got so many moves out in the open field. You've got to get a lot of hats to the football to get that guy down, prevent him from scoring on big plays.
Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Here comes the heat. Going to try to get it himself. Not a lot of room there. He'll pick up a few before he's forced out of bounds.
He does a good job of scrambling around and trying to make a play, but I tell you what, you don't want to take too many shots like that. Those big hits, oof. If you get up now, you dang sure going to feel them later.
They'll leave it with him. Got enough for the first down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
From the 44-yard line, the offense snaps it on first down. On the option. This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks.
And that just looked off. The timing, the rhythm, I don't know what it was, but usually that option, man, it's so precise, right? Like really quickly making a read, and you could tell they weren't on the same page. It went absolutely nowhere. Defense won that rep.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Trying play action. On a little time, lets it go. Fires to the big fella. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
You know, I know it seems like an easy pitch and catch, but for the tight end there, that route potentially changes if it's man coverage. So good job by him knowing it's zone. I'm just going to sit down. This is basically like a check down, right? Let's just take the easy pitch and catch and keep this drive going.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Back to throw, it's Lagway. They'll run the screen. He works his way inside the 40, but they stop him short of the marker. It'll be 4th down from the 38.
Listen, I know this running back is shifty. I know he's really good in the open field, but that's just asking too much of him at this point. 3rd and long situation. He wasn't going to be able to make that extra guy miss trying to get that first down.
He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's got it, 1st down and more. And he is marked out of bounds after another big gain. This aerial attack has had no problem moving the ball with chunk plays.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that 4th down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a baller.
The negative play leaves him with 2nd and 12. Looking to fire. Rushes on him. Breaks the tackle. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. So we open the final period with a 3rd down play. Back to pass, it's Lagway. Bringing the heat. Got out of trouble and throws. And they can't make the play on 3rd down.
After that incompletion on 3rd and short, it's going to be an interesting decision for the head coach, because I know he believes in his guys to go get it here on 4th down and pad the lead, but If you kick a field goal, you make it a two-possession game here in the second half, and I think that's the right decision.
So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. Splits the uprights. Good. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. Penn State handled its business today away from home. What a thorough beatdown. And what poise this generally young team showed. I think even other coaches will point to this one as what's possible. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still two quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
Hey, Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are...
Bounces over the top. Steps out at the 34-yard line. Big pickup on that one in this offense within striking distance.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive.
Oh, the ball popped out. That was a way to mess up a drive.
Man, this is why you practice 5 points of pressure with the football. You cannot put the ball on the ground. Doesn't matter how many defenders are around you or how hard you get hit. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win games.
Wants to go up top. Trying to beat the DD. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Got some room to run. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And that's the problem when you're living in second and long situations. Sometimes the quarterbacks feel like they just got to go get it all back in one throw. That's what he was trying to do on that one. He forced it into traffic, and the defense made him pay, coming up with a huge interception.
Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here, David.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
They'll go right back to the run. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Yeah, it's a nice job by this defense. Obviously backed up against it. Time running out. Got to get the football back. 2 good plays. Now 3rd down. I stay aggressive. Have to come after him. If they decide to throw the football, so be it. But stay aggressive. Get that football back for your offense.
With the catch, it's Sturdivant. He is not going to get there. Stopped short of the line to gain, and it'll be 4th down. And the Gators send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Couldn't get away from that cover team, and they've got him down at the 23. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. They're in a precarious spot here, that lofty perch in the rankings, hanging in the balance unless he's got it on the outside. And the explosiveness, the big gainer gets it to the 49-yard line.
I think you got to give the coaching staff a lot of credit, too. Even though this guy has thrown 2 interceptions, they're still calling plays and being aggressive in the passing game, letting him take shots, and now it's paying off.
Unloads to the wideout. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Buys a little time with his feet. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Inside the 20-yard line, pushed out at the 18, and they're in business.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
Reads it, fires complete. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers!
Man, I tell you what, great job by this offense. Great execution. You drive down the field, you get the score. Now what's your two-point play? You practiced it all week. What's your go-to in this moment late in the fourth quarter when you need the two-point conversion?
He's got it. The two-point try is good, and we are tied here in the fourth. Here comes the kickoff as we are all tied up in the fourth quarter. He'll bring it back looking for help. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Gators sending the offense back to work. Didn't get anything done, 3 and out on their last series. They'll try to find a rhythm here. The short hands, it's Jackson. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
They're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the first down.
Let's see what they've got on second down. Wide receiver comes in motion. The clock has stopped, and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. Line getting set on second down. Might be changing the route. Looking to throw, it's Lagway. Makes the grab, it's Sturdivant. They'll mark him down at the 37. It's a 10-yard gain.
Yeah, and you've seen these curl routes. This is a timing route, understanding that ball's got to come out of my hand right when he hits the top of that curl. Nice job by the QB finding him. Nice catch.
To the air on first down. Here's a heat. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Well, I know it hasn't been a tremendous day statistically for this quarterback, but his decision-making has been good enough to win this game. Hasn't thrown a lot of TDs so far, but when things aren't open, he throws it away like on that play right there. He's not putting his team in a bad spot, and that's why they still have a shot to walk out of here with a W.
And I think the defense doing a really good job of understanding this is late in the game. It matters. Taking away the sidelines, taking away the middle of the field, making him kind of check the football down, go through his progressions, and make that clock tick.
They're going to try to throw for it on third down. And it's intercepted. Oh, what a big play in a tie game. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. Good field position to start this drive at their own 47. Looking for space, it's Randall. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Back to pass. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
Decisions, decisions, decisions. If you're the quarterback right now, that's the most important thing. You cannot put the football in harm's way. Tie football game late, but with these timeouts in your back pocket, you've got an opportunity to drive the field and win this thing. You just cannot throw the ball to the other team.
And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. going for it on 4th down late in a tie game. This is a huge play. He'll sneak it and try to surge forward. Timeout on the field, and everybody want to make sure they're organized as we come down the gut of the game. Here comes Clemson with another 1st down. To the air, it's Klubnik. Fires to the right. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play.
Hey, this offense has been a struggle bus. I mean, just call it like it is, guys. It hasn't been good, especially the passing game. And I'll tell you what, QB's played better games before. And I'm interested to watch. Can he stay positive? Can he finish this game off on a good note?
Got his man to the left. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down. From the gun, give on the inside. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
Well, there's a statement by the defensive line. 1st down play, expecting run, and they just dominated up front. Beat their one-on-ones and force a tackle for a loss.
Just feeds the running back. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up. They'll call timeout with 9 seconds left on the clock. And if the kicker can put one through, this will be a successful drive. And he's lined up perfectly. He'll need to kick it right down the boulevard for the win. It's good. He could have hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there. That was a spontaneous combustion of a celebration on the sidelines, and wait to see what happens if they can hold on for a few more seconds. He'll be forced out of bounds at the 20-yard line. Pretty good job of coverage on that kick. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Quarterback making adjustments. Dropping back, it's Glagway. Oh, they're after him. Takes a hit as he fires. Played till the final whistle.